Hello, beautiful Capricorns. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me today. In this reading, we'll dive into the energies of your next 4 weeks with a general overview. We're going to start out with your coffee cup, then we're going to move on to your tarot. We're going to look into the past energies, the present, and what's coming in the future. And if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe. That way we can continue to grow and shine together. Let's start with your coffee cup now. I already see three different pathways. But another thing that catches my eye is there is a person right here. I don't know if you can see folding their arms together and having a conversation with someone. This other person has big ears. This can be a representative of someone who can hear a lot of things or has access to the information. And this person might be trying to get that information, which seems like within the 4th week this is happening. And if there's a representative of yours, because this is outside your comfort zone, maybe this is not you receiving the information. Maybe this is someone that represents you, attached to you, but not really you, going out there and trying to get the information from this person with the big ears. Another thing this big ears reminds me is an elephant. Elephants indicate long-term financial security, and this can be a person, an elephant person, maybe someone who has stability already. Another thing here, maybe, I don't know if there's a year of elephant in the Chinese zodiac, so it can be someone with that elephant energy and slow to move. However, they shake the ground basically when they act. So it seems like you might require something from this person. And I see there's another person showing up here, maybe lining up, because if you can manage to get this other person, maybe younger person or someone who doesn't really have the resource that you have, there's going to be a path opening for them as well. Another thing I see here while I was talking about that, within the 1st week, there's an outside path opening and connecting to the elephant personality here. So I feel here there's a quantum jump happening for all of you, okay? There's a shorter pathway, shorter way to get to the place that you want to go. If you watch the Interstellar, in that movie, there's a wormhole. You see in the beginning of the movie, there's a wormhole appears close to Earth, and which is actually helpful for the humans to travel to another galaxy in a shorter way, because it's just wormholes actually like bend the time and bend the space. So I feel like that's what the quantum jump you're gonna go through. This is like the 4th week timeline showing up here, but the new path opens up and connects you in a shorter way to the fourth week. Maybe you're going to have the progress of 4 weeks within a couple days when you think outside of the box, okay? Consider the things outside of your comfort zone, or maybe the things that you haven't really thought about yet. This can be like application of a good practice that I recently heard from Brian Tracy's, and he says that if you want to make, he gives the example of $100,000 a year. He says, if you want to earn $100,000 in 12 months, go ahead, grab a pen and paper and start writing down 20 ways, 20 things that you can do in order to achieve that. And he says, first couple points is going to be very easy, but then when you get deeper, it's going to get harder to write ideas down. And he says that last couple ideas, 19th, the 20th, 18th, are going to be the ones that are going to actually hit the jackpot. Okay, so that can be your progress. Maybe you can use that. I feel like everything that comes across my screen is actually a message out there for some of you. So go ahead and try it. It doesn't have to be about $100,000. It can be about a relationship, or this can be about healing, or mental healing, physical healing, or maybe even manifesting your dream, whatever that is, okay? And I see here you are actually sitting down and contemplating about something already, and there is a deer right above your head. Deers, they do not hang around by themselves. They represent community. There is a hierarchy in between them, and there are like two, like you can see this one here with the antlers, and you're right here, and there's another one right there, which is indicative of a community that you're not really aware of. This can be family, by the way. Can be soul family, can be in the literal sense family, or maybe like this can be a neighborhood that you're in that you're not really recognizing that your neighbors are ready to help you. This can be maybe you're going to a school and there's a community that is protecting you, supporting you. Seems like you're not really aware of it, but I feel here within the first week you might become aware of it. And this deers can be also protecting you and also showing you the outside. Oh, there's another way you can do this, and you follow the path, okay? I see there are phone lines forming here within the second week. There's a legal paper or maybe a clean paper, tabula rasa, starting anew, looking things with from the brighter side. And then we get to, again, towards the end of the second week, the beginning of the third week, you are finding the crowd that you are maybe in need of, or they are also like there's an equal exchange in between you and them. You're just stepping into that crowd and you're having a conversation with someone who's wearing a hat, carrying a backpack right here. Maybe someone who travels a lot, or another thing with a backpack energy, this person can be someone prepared. And now we're going into the Virgo season. Virgo is organized. The energy of Virgo is organization, detail orientation, and cleanliness, meaning like getting rid of the things do not belong into a picture, for example. And like, so this person has that backpack behind him, so he has everything ready to go that he needs on his journey. This can be a person coming up for you, so you can take as an example, or you're communicating with them, because I see there's a bunny right under you. Maybe this person, you have something they need to continue their journey, and they might be showing up here to, like, they have everything ready in their backpack. So whatever that you demand in return of what they're requesting from you, they're going to be able to pay up. Basically, they're going to return equal exchange. I feel like that's what the equal exchange is going to be there. Another thing I see here, I don't know if you can see, there's like an animal right there, the eye with a long skull, a chin. But I couldn't make up any animal. Like, kind of reminds me of the deer, but it doesn't have, not the deer, but the big one, elk, but it doesn't have the antler. And it's an Aries, it's a ram. Now I can see like the horns are scrolling downwards. Ram Aries can be someone who has like a leadership spirit. They're first in the Zodiac, fiery, passionate, but also headstrong, okay? And Capricorn, you are the goat. You are also like a very specific with what you want. So you can maybe butt heads with this person, but the thing is though, you don't have to. Okay, maybe within the third week you're going to come across, and it doesn't have to be specific in Aries. It can be the energy of it. Okay, someone maybe who has the energy of Aries. Another thing I would like to mention is some people actually carry their rising signs energy more than their sun signs energy. Okay, maybe this person is like a sun sign might be something compatible with you, but the rising might be Aries and very headstrong with that. The thing is though, like I said, there's this, when you come together with this person, there's sun shining here. There's another pathway opening here, up here, highway. You don't have to deal with this energy. And if you can bypass it, that will be the best thing. So if this is a person being demanding something from you, or like acting in a way that even though you are giving the demands, they're not being satisfied with that, there's a way that you can bypass that. And I feel like even though you feel that you need this person's existence, you don't. And you are actually going to this highway here, which is, there's a fish waiting for you there. Kind of looks like type of a fish, eel. And I don't know the structure of wheels. I'm not gonna, make any comments, but I know that they're electric. Okay, that's the best part. Some of them are electric, which is electric idea, passion, something that can fuel your passion. about material satisfaction, because fish usually symbolize the material satisfaction. And you are here. You can see that you are face to face with the eel. You have a feather on top of your head. There are two pathways, different pathways opening, contracts are coming. Eel can be someone who has the electric idea, but they are in the water. So can be someone who is also emotional. Another thing with the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the Pisces that I know, that the Capricorn and Pisces can get along well. So I feel like this can be a Pisces energy that you're going to connect with your idea and maybe their material, whatever they have as like a backing. You're going to merge them together to create something beautiful, okay? There's legal paper here. This can even be like a simplest trip you're going to go on to, like a short trip with this person that will inspire you, okay? I'm going to dive into your saucer. And if you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see here there's a small gift coming in and from an unexpected source. And there is here like kind of like a bubble of explosion showing up within the third week. This can be your eureka moment, realizing something. What do we have here? Yeah, you're exchanging something with this person with a backpack. So it can be your eureka moment when you exchange something. You say, oh, okay, this thing that I have is worth something. It's valuable. And I can actually use this to get other things that I want, or maybe create more values, give more service, create more value. Okay, let's see what's happening inside the saucer now. Yeah, I see like a handshake here. You're the goat right there with the ear, and then the little goatee right there. As a goat, you showed up. And which is, you're shaking hands with someone, coming to an agreement with someone. Your desire has some time, but you have a key. Do you see the hand right there holding a key, right? You might be even handed over a key. The key can mean literal sense, maybe if you're purchasing a home or renting a new place or renting a new office, but this is exchange of keys. So I feel like maybe you're giving something to someone. Your desire coming slowly, and there's a horse right here. Horse symbolizes wish fulfillment. So it seems like because it's like it's coming and then it's fulfilled, and then you realize, oh, this is fulfilled already. Can even take a little while. Maybe you realize, oh, it's fulfilled already. I didn't realize that. Okay. Sometimes it happens to us because life happens. We desire something so bad, so passionately, but then life happens. Even though we get it, we don't even realize, oh, I got it already. It's awesome. And it just dawn on to us later on. So I feel like you might have that kind of a moment if this is something that's coming this month. Another thing here, like I said, you're exchanging keys with someone. And this person actually holds the key on the top of a knife. Knife usually indicates hostile energy. And if you had someone like there's a second desire also coming unexpectedly here. If you had someone hostile energy, maybe against you, doesn't have to be specifically like fighting with them, but maybe every time you say something, they're opposed to it. Seems like here, key component, there's a key idea or something that is actually in between you. You're exchanging those things, and that'll be the end of the situation. You're not going to be dealing with that anymore. I see here this Eureka moment, the blow up, actually turned into a woman. I don't know if you can see her face, and she's like covering your energy field. She's covering you, taking care of you. So if this is something that you're pushing back and forth, now I'm gonna interpret this in the sense this is a feminine energy that is actually who got your back. That can be the Mother Earth we have. That's the feminine energy. Your desire coming full circle, closing a cycle. What's happening here is the exchange is happening. This person with a knife, maybe hostile to you, is shrinking down, becoming really small, and the material thing, the earthly things, desires that you have are going to get fulfilled, like because after this exchange, like maybe they're not really going to be satisfied at the end of what has happened between you, but you're going to get the satisfaction. The Empress, the world, the Empress is the energy of the Mother Earth, actually going to be supporting you with this thing. Okay, now we're going to look into the tarot and what's happened, what has happened in the past effects. And then we're going to look into the present and what's coming your way and what can you do. Oh, no. Okay. Let's hold on to these on the side. Seems like here somebody disappointed you. This is actually your energy, Capricorn. Your motherly, loving, and it doesn't matter by the gender, because every one of us has this compassionate part within us. And it seems like somebody maybe abused your compassionate side, okay? And I felt like this is like the exchanging the keys. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a breakup happening for some of you. This can be also leaving the workplace, or getting, like, the universe supports you, the Mother Earth supports you, meaning you might immediately find something better for yourself as soon as you leave what doesn't serve you. Because there's like this is kind of like a betrayal energy here. You see he's stabbed on the back with 10 swords. There might be a dramatic ending. Somebody didn't appreciate your beauty and energy, but it is, I see on the plate, it is working out for you better. We have here Eight of Pentacles. It seems like you might have learned something through this experience, okay? And this is going to be a lifelong lesson that you can actually use it in a way that will really bring high benefit to you. It seems like already that there is a progress happening that you don't even see. Maybe the things you planted in this past, the seeds that you're planting, are starting to grow, and the actions that you have taken, the things that you have closed, the doors that you have closed and moved on to the new things, and your discipline actions are actually going to start producing results. Yes, fast, all the fast energies. We started your lesson that you have learned. You're moving on to a new city, a new mindset. And then we have here, this is the Knight of Swords, galloping towards a new future. That's what's coming forward. Even though you don't really see the movement yet, some of you might be seeing the movement, because Chariot is a fast energy. Knight of Swords is a fast energy. Even though you're not seeing the results, they're going to be revealed to you. Like I said, like I felt in your plate, maybe this is something that your wish is fulfilled, and you're going to realize, oh, this happened already. Okay, let's see what's holding the present. The present gives you the Eight of Cups. There's a situation that you're over and done with. Now you're walking away from it. That can be also coming up as an advice. Maybe there's a person that you've been dealing with, and or a situation that you've been dealing with. Now you're fed up, and in the present moment, the best thing you can do is leave it behind emotionally and do not dwell on it anymore, because there is a judgment day coming for them too, and for you as well. The judgment day, if you like, this is described as the dead is rising, and we're gonna get questioned. And if you did all good and you didn't really intervene with anyone's karma, you didn't do any bad to anyone, you're safe, you're protected. And if another one actually hurt you, they're gonna get their karma. And if you did good, you're gonna get your karma. So it's a good thing, because it seems like even if you're feeling betrayed in a situation, the judgment day is coming for them and for you as well. You will get the energy you put out there. A Ten of Cups is a very happy family environment, satisfaction. If this is a new job you're looking for, maybe you're going to find yourself in an environment feels like family. If this is a new community or a person that you're looking for, it seems like you're actually going to find that a person who feels like home, okay? Who feels, I have here Pisces energy again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So this can be someone who you really get along with coming into your life, okay? We Empress, I told you the Empress is protecting you in the future, and this is the Empress showing up here. Mother Earth is supporting you. She can come up with a creative idea that you need to pursue to get your desire. She can literally hand you over the resources that you need, or this can be something creative, like, you know, the crops that she actually grow right here. She might even grow something that you have planted for you. And we have here Five of Pentacles. I want to see what's on the bottom. So you might feel like left out in the cold because what happened in the past. I feel like if you keep holding on to that because you feel like, if I don't cover my back all the time, this is going to keep happening again. This can affect the future energy. But on the shadow side, if you can get over that feeling that you need to cover your back all the time, you need to prepare yourself, and even if you don't, you're going to be left out in the cold energy. When you get outside of it, when you realize that everything happens for you, not to you, you're going to be able to celebrate the success, celebrate what you have learned out of the situation, take your lesson. And I feel like maybe for some of you, Maybe you are breaking from certain people, community that you're in that are not aligned with you. That's why you're feeling like being left out in the cold. But there's some better people, better situations waiting for you out there, okay? Let's see. We have Four of Pentacles. Again, you're holding your emotions, your ideas too tightly. But the thing is, while you're holding on to some things too tightly, you are actually leaving some things out in the open. So in the future, when this comes, I see here on the bottom shadow side of it, how you can get out of the situation is to focus on what gives you joy, the new adventures, the new things, new growth opportunities, rather than trying to make something out of the past energies, okay? Trying to heal them or holding on to certain people that do not really serve you anymore. We have 10 of Pentacles following that, which this is family as well. This is love as well, but this is a rich love. You might be experiencing in the present moment emotional satisfaction, emotional support, but this is in the future when you let go of these, look for the blessings in it. Okay, we have 5343. See the blessings in it. See what you have learned, the experiences, and how you can utilize them in the next adventure. You're going to actually manifest a good family, full support, okay? This can be divine soulmate energies coming into your life and supporting you. Soulmates do not have to be romantic. This can be good friends as well, supporting you, maybe doing business together or helping you to get what you're desiring or build what you want to build, okay? I'm going to pull a spirit's message for you, a spiritual message. Maybe within this next 4 weeks, every time you get frustrated, you can remember this. Choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to outside world. Okay? So if you're feeling like frustrated during this time, because I see that in the future, even some things like in the negative aspects of certain things come up. If you look at what I can do at this moment, the choices that I have, the options that I have, and every time we always have an option, mental option at least, not even if we don't have a physical option, we have the mental option to see the positive in the negative, okay? And this happened to me a couple of times in life. For example, I remember when my first fashion job, I got fired because of the company, the part that I was working, getting shut down. That's why I let go, basically, not really fired because I had a good performance. However, I had this thing just down onto me and I felt like this is going to be much better for me. Even though the guy was like, we need to let you go because we're shutting down the department. And I said, okay, it's okay. I can handle that. It's okay for me. And I was smiling. I was so energetic. Something actually like dawned on me. I don't know what was that, but it's just sometimes comes to, you can feel that, okay, this is going to be good for me, even though it seems like everything crumbling down. What happened is 2 days later, I found another job, pays the double. And I learned everything I can in that space already. And I found another job, pays double 2 days later. Okay. And a much more lenient environment, relaxed. It's not like stressful as that was. And so friendly, okay? And that actually helped me set off to new adventures. I didn't hold back my energy. I worked there as I was working on my own business. And then it just brought me a lot of joy, a lot of satisfaction, a lot of good experiences. I had a lot of adventures in that new space. So if you're feeling that way, it's the first thing you can choose is your thoughts and how you see things. And when you start changing that perspective, the world you look at will change. I think that's actually a word, a quote from Wayne Dyer. I have here your Archangel Hanael and integrity. And here we have a scales. This is actually like a justice energy. The god of justice, Themis, actually aligning things. And you can also, whenever you're feeling like letting go or maybe just let things fall apart, you can call upon the Archangel Haniel, and that will bring integrity. And this is your root chakra, the red color, grounding you, giving you the support that you need, okay? Because I feel like you might get betrayed. You might feel you're getting betrayed, but sometimes the worlds need to, like our angel spirits and guides need to help us shake things down so that we can rebuild things back up again, okay? Along the way, do not lose your sight, do not lose the integrity. You can call upon the Archangel Haniel, and you always have the choice to choose your thoughts, okay? All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. And if you do, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.